Who would you like to see the Patriots go after?
Jayden Daniels will be the player that I think the Patriots should covet. I just continue to come back to, and we're going to go deep on this a little bit further as to whether or not they deserve to even take a quarterback at this juncture because of the overall structure and condition of the offense. So to me, it would be Jayden Daniels. All things being equal, it will be Jayden Daniels because I trust him the most in terms of all the boxes he checks.
Okay, I understand that because he had a great season. He had a great season at LSU, playing for Brian Kelly. A lot of just dynamic numbers, but he really asked me, like, can I pick any guy? How about that guy? Give me that guy. It was on the screen, but it was Caleb Williams, okay? If I have an opportunity to take the number one quarterback for 2 years running, I want that guy. And I think what happens, sometimes this is happening in a lot of college sports, usually in college basketball, the longer you stay, the more people don't like you, the more they find something to pick away at, whether it's something on the field / court or something off. And for Caleb Williams, it was the expectation coming in. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. Oh, wow, USC this year, he's going to be the number one pick in the draft. Now let's see you do something we've never seen before. And he didn't. He had flaws. He had meltdowns off the field. There was some chatter about him. Is he a great teammate? Is he a spoiled guy? Has NIL ruined him? But Tom, if you ask me, like, out of all three quarterbacks and what they bring to the table, Caleb Williams is the guy.
When I say checks every box, I'm talking about the fact that Caleb Williams has given you not just a couple of little things, but major things. Number one thing that this quarterback needs is he comes into a bad team with a new offensive coordinator, a new head coach, and a very, very rabid fan base that expects success and is kind of sitting there with its arms crossed saying, show me something, is a quarterback who might not be resilient enough to deal with the climate here, to come up from Southern California and USC, to want a part of the team, at least to talk about having equity in the team, which he has already, in his camp, has already spoken about. So all of those things combined, and we have the instances of leadership where it shows that he wants to snuggle with his dog after they've lost a game and just go home and watch movies.
You want to snuggle with Bo? Don't you want to snuggle with Bo?
I do, but
what's the problem?
There are occasions in which I would say that might not be worth sharing, and I think there are occasions when, if you have a very frustrating loss, you want to be with your teammates instead of rushing into the stands to cry in the lap of your mom.
Okay.
And I understand the emotional aspect of it, but that to me is an absolute red flag in terms of managing your emotions and understanding the entire.
Here's a fair point, though. This is fair. Isn't it a red flag only because we know about it? So all the things
he did it in front of the entire country.
But this is where I'm going with this. All the things you said about Caleb Williams is true for all the other quarterbacks too. You're going to come to a bad team. It's going to be a bad team for Jayden Daniels too, and Drake May. It's going to be a rabid fan base for those guys. There's going to be expectations for them. And we don't know. We don't know how they handle adversity.
But we already know how Caleb Williams handled adversity, and it wasn't great.
In one instance, and I can't say that wasn't great. It was one instance. I don't know the backstory. I know it's great video. Guilty as charged. I can't see that video enough. It entertains me. Judge yourself. All right, but is that really? I'm gonna put that into the canon and ignore everything else I've seen from Caleb Williams?
You better vet everything about the kid.
But you gotta vet everything else about Jayden Daniels and Drake May because we don't know. How does Drake May deal with adversity? We're going to find out in front of 68,000 people.
1,000,000%. And he had adversity, I think, in North Carolina. And I think that Jayden Daniels had adversity at LSU. All of these guys will be vetted. That's why on February 29th, with all this time going forward, you have this opportunity to find out exactly what was going on in Caleb Williams' mind and world when he went into the stands. We don't know what the climate was with his family that particular day.
Right.
Maybe there was a situation in his family where he felt there was. So that stuff has to be vetted and figured out. But the optics of it, and there's a litany of other issues with Caleb Williams that we saw throughout the season, where he was said to be not a great teammate. There were comments made after the bowl game by the backup quarterback, said, "Today we were a team." This is a team that at USC went 7-4 this year.
Stay in your lane, backup. That's why you're the backup.
So to me,
stay in your lane.
The number one
You're just
thing,
hating on me.
They all got arms. They all got legs. They're all deserving of elite consideration. But the number one thing the New England Patriots need is a resilient quarterback, because we just saw this movie for the last 3 years. They thought they had one. He broke. So they can't do it again, or you set the team back to 2027 or 2028.